Quedó bien, ¿no?
Muy guapo.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to give the most pleasant smile you can conjure, and then immediately, I want you to look as threatening as you could possibly be, and make it as subtle as you possibly can. I want you to contort your face and change your facial expressions as subtly as you can. It's not easy to do, is it? That's the quality that makes Lalo Salamanca so terrifying. Lalo is a combination of all the Salamancas. He is as cruel as Hector, he's as ruthless as the twins, and he is as unpredictable as Tuco. No, wait, scratch that. He's far more unpredictable than Tuco. We all love Tuco, but let's be honest. Anytime Tuco Salamanca was in a scene, you knew someone was dying. At first, you don't know what Tuco was going to do, but then after a bit, you kind of got a sense of who he was. Lalo is completely different, however. Tuco kills people seemingly for the sake of it. Lalo doesn't, on the other hand. When Lalo makes the decision to kill people in the show, he does it without even blinking or breaking a sweat. But before he makes said decision to kill, he always tries to talk to his subjects and his victims, because Lalo acts on complete and utter logic. Do you want to know what my favorite episode from Better Call Saul is? I'll tell you which episode it was. It's Bad Choice Road.
I come in?
Long story short, Lalo is in jail, and the only way for him to get out is if his $7 million bail gets paid. The only person that can help him out is Jimmy McGill. Jimmy McGill needs to be the bagman, and he needs to collect the $7 million for him. The plan doesn't go exactly to plan, but he gets the money, and Lalo gets out of jail. Lalo smells a rat, however, and he realizes that Jimmy is not telling him the full story. Lalo comes unannounced to Saul and Kim's place. Lalo walks around the apartment and taps on the fish tank. Lalo comes in the apartment smiling and happy. Jim is already very uncomfortable by this, but it's made even worse by the fact that he keeps telling Lalo to stop tapping on the fish tank, and Lalo keeps doing it. Lalo asks Jim to retell him the story of what happened with the $7 million. Jimmy tells him the story. Lalo says this.
Tell me again. What? Tell me again.
Look, I love Better Call Saul. Everybody loves Better Call Saul. It was still missing an edge. It was missing a wild card. That's when Lalo Salamanca changes things, however. Tony Dalton is such a good actor in this scene that while he's absolutely terrifying in this scene, he's also able to be funny at the same time. When Jimmy tells him that he had to drink his own urine to survive, Lalo does a very silly face to Kim, and this doesn't break the tension whatsoever. Lalo keeps repeating the same question over and over again to Jimmy. He just wants Jimmy to break and wants him to change his story slightly so he can pick up on a weakness. Finally, Kim stands up to Lalo and puts him in his place. Lalo at first smiles, which then turns into a frown. Lalo doesn't say a word, and he casually walks out of the apartment. Lalo, on one hand, is a very charming person that you could probably have a drink with and have a laugh with, but then there's a completely different side to him that is shown. Lalo comes to Saul and Kim as a friend, but then he leaves clearly as an enemy. Lalo, without saying a single word, without raising his voice, makes it abundantly clear that while he doesn't fully believe Saul and Kim, he is probably going to come back if he sees a flaw in their story. It is because of Tony Dalton's acting, this is easily one of the most heart-pounding scenes of the entire show, and again, Dalton never raises his voice. Nobody gets shot or killed in this scene. But now though, let's talk about the opposite of Lalo Salamanca. A man just as terrifying as Lalo, but is a completely different character altogether.
This is about Jackie.
Here's another scenario I want you to imagine. Imagine you're in a nice restaurant, or even at a bar with your friend, having a drink and just chilling out. You look up, and then you see another guy at the end of the bar. This guy isn't friendly. This guy isn't approachable at all. This is a guy you wouldn't want to drink with. There are two kinds of people like this. The ones that are loud and abrasive and are trying to start a fight with someone. And then there's the other guy. The guy that just has a strange look in his eye. He's clearly under the influence of something and you don't know what it is. And it's not good. This man could kill you for looking at him the wrong way. This person we're going to talk about is both of these character types. This is Don Logan, played by Ben Kingsley in Sexy Beast. Sexy Beast follows Gary Dove, aka Gal, who's played by Ray Winston. Gal is a retired gangster, and he's paid a visit by Don Logan. Don Logan wants Gal to participate in a bank robbery in London, planned by their former boss, Teddy Bass. Gal bluntly refuses this offer, but Logan does not take no as an answer. Logan has a much different interrogating technique than Lalo does. Logan, for lack of a better term, is basically a bully and a gaslighter.
I'm not exactly match fit.
Seem all right to me.
No, not really, Don.
You look fine.
I'm not.
Do the job.
What?
Do the job.
No, Don.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I can't.
You can.
I can't.
That cunt.
Don, don't do this.
Do what?
Look.
What am I doing?
This.
This what?
Gal, however, is persistent and keeps saying no to Logan. Now, Logan is very different from Lalo, in the sense that Lalo never raises his voice, and Lalo is able to keep his cool and his calm. Logan, on the other hand, isn't. Logan is used to scaring people and is used to gaslighting them into doing what he wants them to do. But when Gal doesn't even budge, that's when Logan gets very desperate and starts shouting.
No.
Yes, Roundtree.
No.
Yes, Grosvenor.
No, Don.
Friday.
I won't be there.
You will.
No, Don.
Yes, 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 yes.
Logan is also very unpredictable as well. Sometimes his insults are so creative that he sounds like some sort of warped poet.
Look at your suntan, like leather. Like a leather man. Your skin, you can make a suitcase out of you, old all. Look like a crocodile, fat bastard.
But on the other hand, when something is not going his way, he'll repeatedly just shout yes or no, as if he's just a child who doesn't know what to say to an adult. Gal, who is played by Ray Winston, is shown to be constantly terrified of Logan because he's known him for so long, he knows what he's capable of. But Logan, however, is completely taken aback by what Gal says next.
This is about Jackie.
Jackie is one of Logan's old flames who lives nearby Gal. Gal is right. Logan is also here to see Jackie. Again, unlike Lalo, who could maintain his composure, Logan, on the other hand, simply can't, and he fires off a tirade.
And considering what I know about you and the outrageousness of what's going on inside your head, whatever stinky thoughts you're having, which I don't want to know. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
There is a particularly hard to watch scene where Don Logan is in the bathroom and he's talking to himself, and he's tricked himself into thinking that Gal has said something bad to him, so he assaults Gal in his own bedroom. He has completely destroyed the comfort and safety of Gal's own home. He really does sound like a child sometimes. But why is that? In order for Kingsley to play such a despicable character, there were two main influences he had. The first influence he had was, sadly, from his own grandmother. He has stated in the past that she was an extremely violent and unpleasant woman, racist, fascist, and anti-Semitic. When I play great heroic Jews and great heroic dark people, I'm sticking two fingers up at her. When I played Don Logan, I was channeling her. Another influence that Kingsley had for Logan is that he approached him in all humility and ration, was that Don was an abused child, unhealed, who would go on to scream for the rest of his adult life. There's actually a prequel spin-off series of Sexy Beast which is now on Paramount Plus, which was released last year. And if I'm being honest, I have absolutely no interest in it. It's no offense to the actors in the show or the people working on the show, but I just don't want to see Logan when he was younger. I'd much rather this mysterious Logan where you don't quite know what happened to him in his past and you're not sure why he's like this. The scariest thing about Don Logan is that I think that everyone watching this video has probably met at least one Don Logan in their past. Whether it be some guy that comes up to you in a bar looking for a fight with a very scary look in his eye, or even worse, a family member who is incredibly toxic and narcissistic. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Something slightly different from my usual videos. Just about two fantastic characters who destroy the sanctity of our main characters' homes. I don't usually like asking this, but if you can comment on my videos, it's a great help. You can give it a like, give it a dislike, whatever you want to do. If you enjoyed that video, you may also really enjoy my video on Payday. Until then, guys, stay safe. Have a happy Halloween. Take care.